Yo, what's up? I'm just here with I guess let's say it's a live fireside chat. um, I just want to talk to you guys about staying busy versus moving with intention. Um, when it comes to the weight loss journey, did you make a decision or did you make a choice? Because there's a big difference. A choice, you always leave yourself a opening, a way to escape, a way to make a mistake and then say that's it, versus making a decision, which is you cutting yourself off from all these different other excuses and aspects of what was and just proceeding to move ahead and moving with intention when you do that. Um, Making a decision in weight loss to embark on a journey, you know that you're going to make mistakes. You know that you're going to have, those days when you weigh yourself on the scale and it doesn't move, or maybe it goes up in a number, or maybe it goes up several poundages in number on that scale. There's going to be days where you don't feel like eating certain foods. There's going to be days where you don't get all the rest that you need. There's going to be days where you doubt yourself because you already started this journey not having much confidence and self-esteem in yourself when you got started. You it's an ongoing journey of when you lose the weight, you build more confidence and self-confidence in yourself, really, to continue to keep going and keep forging ahead. Um, as long as you make a choice, as long as going by making a choice on weight loss is always going to be, when the scale doesn't move or when the scale does go up in weight, you throw up your hands and you quit and you walk away from your journey. And then it's just those same emotions again where you feel like you can get by with where you're at until all the emotions come flooding in and crashing down on you. And then, it's the same thing starting back. You get angry, then you start punishing yourself by what you eat and what you do and what you tell yourself when you speak to yourself to encourage yourself or to try to keep yourself from indulging in certain foods or activities that you engage in. Versus when you make that decision to move forward and know that you're going to make those mistakes and know that you have to address those mistakes and adjust accordingly, and knowing that you're going to have to, well, by making that decision to moving ahead, you gain more awareness, and awareness is just going to make you address the issues that you have to address and not waste time on certain things that are just distractions. um, this was just the main thing from making the decision to move forward with weight loss, making a decision to move forward. um, and basically intention becomes something that becomes very important on both sides. Physically, just making sure you're adjusting on what you're doing with your workouts, make sure you're getting the proper amount of rest, proper number of calories, things such as that. And when it comes to, on the flip side, to the mental aspect of things, the just working with intention is just not just keeping yourself busy, but making sure everything you do matters. It's going to be exhausting at first when you make that switch from just doing things just to do it to doing things with intention. It's going to be exhausting because everything you do is going to bring awareness to it. You're going to question why you're doing it. Like, why am I doing this? Will it be as effective as I want it to be? Is there any way I can do it more efficiently and quickly? Things such as that will always pop up in your mind, and it's going to be like that towards a lot of activities. And it'll be exhausting in the first few weeks, but as time goes on, then it just becomes something that just becomes natural to you, and you don't waste your time as much. You know, you don't waste your time because you realize how important time is, and it's the one commodity that you don't get back. You can get everything else back, but when it comes to time, you just want to make sure it's just so effective and you used it as effectively as you could to affect change for yourself and others around you and the people that you serve and take care of, or whoever else in your community that you benefit. That's the main thing. Um, but there's just something that I just wanted to come on here with. When you started this weight loss journey, did you make a decision or did you just make a choice? Did you make a decision to forge ahead, know that you're going to make mistakes, but you know that you're going to get better, and you trust that you're going to get to that goal that you have? And if that was what you did, made a decision, you know that while you're making those wins and you're seeing the weight go down on the scale and you're steady moving with intention on both sides, doing the mental work and doing the physical work, you're going to become that person now that you want to be on the scale in the future, that when you weigh yourself. And I know that when I had lost my 110 pounds, I was talking about it in a few videos ago, where it's like you thought this magical thing was going to happen. Like you're just going to get on the scale, you'll see the weight that you wanted to get, and then you'll just be clicking, become the person that you wanted to be. But that's not how it works. It took me 2 months to just realize that, this the whole entire journey just laid the foundation for me to be the person that I needed to be the entire time. That's basically the awareness that it gives you when you embark on a weight loss journey, and living with intention and making sure everything you do is with, intention, and serving people and doing, better for yourself and for others. But that's a part of the journey, and it's something that, becoming aware and realizing where you're at, realizing that the person that you want to be, you're now becoming. You're putting everything into play right now. You're laying the foundation. You're becoming. You're doing everything that person that you want to become or have a vision of becoming is doing, and you're doing it now. How would you be better to do this, or how would you be more efficient at doing this and doing these different things? You're building yourself to become that person. You're laying the foundation. And this weight loss journey is one way of laying that foundation, especially when you're doing the mental work. Like I said before, anybody can lose the pounds, but you always see the stories of people gaining the weight back. And they gained the weight back because of how they lost the weight the first time wasn't the best way to do it. They didn't do the mental work. You always have to do the mental work and address the past traumas and things and scars that made you lose value in yourself and function the way that you function, miss out on opportunities that you should have taken, And those are the things that I address on this channel. So when it comes to living with intention and being intentional about what you're doing, just know that, man, that is you're laying the foundation for it. Everything you're doing is laying the foundation for it. And you're going to become more aware while you're on this journey, and you're going to make the better decisions, and you're just going to become a better overall person. You have to start being right now the person that you envision yourself being in the future. And, at a future body weight that you plan to have for yourself. You gotta start doing the things today that you're going to be doing. And I know that while you're in the process of doing it, that's the last thing that you're thinking about is, of the person that you're going to be when you get on that scale months from now, But you're laying the foundation for becoming that person. It won't be some magical switch that goes off and now I'm this person, I can do anything. No, you're laying the groundwork for it now, in each and every day. And it is a win, and you're becoming more aware, and you're going to be, you're going to look back and see that you're a completely different person than you were when you started your journey. I'm not the same person that I was when I started. And a lot of you who have done the journey, know exactly what I mean. You're more resilient, you're more intentional about the things you do, you realize your purpose, you realize who you're serving, and, you just, you're at a place where you're looking to make that next step. And whatever it is, just make sure it's intentional, make sure it's a part of your goal and your vision. And that's basically all I have to say for this Fireside Chat. It's just a live one. I just wanted to come through. This is something that's been on my mind for all day. All right, peace.